Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important example for Angular template driven form, where we will see how to create a template driven form with fields where we have applied the validation using regular expression or regex. I'm sure in many of the project code you have seen this kind of term regex or regular expression, and these terms are mainly utilized when we are applying the validation on the basis of certain patterns, right? So in this particular session, I'll take one example. I'll try my best to explain you how we can perform a validation for a mobile number field. Okay, so requirement is that we will take one input field. We will create one input field where user will provide the mobile number, and there on that field we will just add a basic example that it should contain 10 numbers at least. Okay, for now we will just check for the 10 number, but later on you can add like it should be numbers only, it should start with a specific number. So these things maybe we can add later, but for now we will just see like how to use the pattern and from where we will get the pattern. Okay, but before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use regex or regular expression with template driven form. But prior to that, you should know what is template driven form, what are the other examples that we covered along with those theoretical things. Okay, alright, so now I think we are good to go ahead, and like in case if you want to refer the content in sequential manner, you can also refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. So from there you can take a reference and you can implement the things. Okay, alright, so now let's go ahead and create the thing. So you can see firstly we have this app.component.html file where I have put the first heading as Angular codes by Sharmit. Then we have second heading that shows template driven form example in Angular, validation example regex. Okay, so this regex is nothing but a regular expression. Okay, fine. Now we have one horizontal row which will help us to separate out this heading with the actual form content. Okay, now one by one we will create the form. So firstly I will add the form tag here, and in this form tag we will add the regular template reference variable, right? So hash my form. Okay, and we will assign ng form to it, ng form. So these are the things that we usually do with all forms in all the examples we have created so far, so I'm sure you are aware of it. Then we will add ng submit, and inside this we will define one method that is on submit with my form. So it will take the data. Perfect. So I think this is good for now. Now you can see this is showing errors for ng form and on submit, because we haven't added the forms module and on submit here. That is why it is showing this error. So you can simply avoid this thing, because when we will be defining the things in app.component.ts file, it will automatically resolve these issues. Okay, now after this what we will do, we will create one validation, but before that let's add the label and the field where we will perform the operation. So I'll add label here. In label I will mention phone number. Okay, then we will add one input field here, and in input field you will define the things like type. Here I will put the type as text only. Why? Because I want to use the regular expression, so it will check the character in terms of patterns. But again I will say that you can also use numbers, like there are certain different patterns that you can follow, but for now I'm using the text just to make it simple. Then we will define one name, let's say phone number itself, phone number. Okay, then we will add here ng model. Okay, after ng model we will write here required if you want to keep it required, so you can write here required. Then we will add the pattern. Now what is this pattern? So this is nothing but a regular expression that we will get from the internet. So if I paste it here, you can see this is the pattern that will help us to validate whether mobile number is 10 digit or not. again I'm saying that this is just a basic example. If you want to validate a complex thing, like if you want to check that it should be numeric only and it should contain it should start with 7, 9, so for those kind of validation you can pick the values either from ChatGPT or any AI tool, or maybe you can use a normal Google for finding the required pattern or regular expression. Okay, then you can put it like this here as I have pasted. Okay, now next thing is we will assign the ng model here with temporary reference variable phone number. So we will write here template reference variable equal ng model. Perfect. So this thing is ready. It is also showing error because we haven't added the required modules, but fine, we will add it later. Now here I will add the errors, error messages, error message. In error message we will go and we will define the div. In this div we will write star ngif, and in star ngif we will mention phone number dot invalid. Something is wrong? No, everything is okay. Invalid. And then we will write here ampersand 2 times for end condition, and here I will mention phone number dot touched. Okay, so I just want to make sure that only if user touched it, then only we will generate the message. So touchd. Perfect. This is ready. Now in this div we will add the check. If you want to check for required, you can add that phone number is required. Let me show you how. So p tag, in p tag we will mention phone number is required. Okay, phone number is required. Okay, then here in here I will write star ngif phone number, and here you will just check for phone number dot errors then question mark dot, and inside this we will write required. Perfect. So this is ready. Likewise you can copy it just to save the time, and here I will just change it to pattern. Okay, so this will check for pattern. Phone number should be yeah, or maybe we can write phone number must be exactly 10 digits. Phone number must be exactly 10 digits. Okay, then we have added this div. That means after this we can break it, like, or maybe we can add a horizontal row here just to separate out, and we will add the button. Now in case of button, like if you want to make it disabled, or then in that case you can write the similar logic which we used earlier, but now I'll create a simple button. Okay, I don't want to disable it in any situation. Let me write it correctly first. Submit. Okay, just I add the type as submit. Perfect. So application is almost ready, but still it is showing any error. Let's see what it is. It is showing ng model issue on submit is also okay. Yeah, because we haven't added na. So this thing is right. We are done with the HTML part, but we haven't completed the code in component.ts file. So go there, clear this ngif because it is referring the wrong position. Then we will write here forms module, comma, then we will write here ngif, fine. What happened? Maybe we need to put comma. Yeah, now it is fine. Forms module ngif. Now we will define the method. So on submit form colon ng form opening closing curly braces, and inside this we will mention the alert form is submitted. Form is submitted, and save it. Okay, now form is ready to execute. So ng serve open, enter. Just wait for a few seconds and then it will show you the output in the browser screen. Okay, so we can see Angular course by Tech Sharmit, template driven form example in Angular validation example and regex. Phone number. So if I write something like 1 2 3 and space and put my cursor outside of this box, you will see this message. Phone number must be exactly 10 digit. Okay, if I didn't put anything here, so it will show phone number is required. That means both validation is working as expected. Although currently it will take the characters also. You can see it is taking the character. Why? Because we have added only for the numbers, but as I mentioned, like you can change the pattern if you want. Okay, but for now I just take the simple example so that you can understand the flow. Now if you provide 10 numbers and click on submit, it will show form is submitted. Okay, so this is how you can utilize the regular expression. Again, I'm saying that regular expression is a thing that you can learn separately also, but usually what developers do, like they search for it, they understand the regular expression and then they use it for their task. Okay, so as per your requirement, you can just copy paste the regular expression, but make sure that you copied the right one. It should validate as per your client or project requirement. Clear? So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.